Yeah, go. Yeah. Dare I say, welcome back to Lifted Motors. It's been a couple years since we made any car videos, and I'm so excited to be doing this today. I got my buddy Jackson here today, and this is actually his Corvette. This is not just your typical C8. This thing is so custom built, from the body kit to the exhaust, supercharger. It's just, this thing is badass. What's his name called? Doug DeMurlo, quirks and features. We're gonna look at all the quirks and features. We'll go into the interior. And what's really cool about now, in the past, if you look at all my old car videos, we would go find different spots in town. But what's awesome about this spot at the hangar is we actually have a taxiway that we're gonna be able to use today to get our driving shots. One of the first things to me that you notice in the front of this car is this carbon fiber lip, and then also this hood. It has these carbon fiber inserts here. This kind of reminds me of the new ZR1. It has a similar look to it. It has that indented hood scoop like that with the carbon, and I think that really sets the front of it off. Now, what's the kid's name that builds these? I know he's a big YouTube
TJ
channel.
Hunt.
TJ Hunt, I know who that is. Yeah, that's awesome. I've seen some of his videos. This is his brand of body kit, right?
It was his brand and his car too.
Oh, okay.
For SEMA.
This is supercharged now, but before, didn't you say they had it twin turboed or something?
Twin turboed, so it has a built motor.
Wow. What made them switch from a twin turbo to back to a supercharger?
The supercharger was easier on the clutch.
I see. So the twin turbo wasn't as reliable. They're having some issues?
Yeah, at the time when they were doing it.
Do you know what kind of horse they were getting with the twin turbo?
Like 1200.
1200. All right. What are we at now?
750.
She's gonna still move. And a stock C8, I think, is what? 460? Is that
500.
500? Okay.
505 or something like that.
Yeah, they'll still move. But man, you throw that supercharger, when he came ripping up here today, you can hear that whine. I love that supercharger whine. It's such a sweet sound. You have the body kit, obviously, in that
HRE
hood.
wheels.
Okay.
Front and rear, obviously.
Okay. The HRE wheels, you had them on your BMW as well. It's really popular for that.
Yeah.
They look really good on here. I like the deep dish in the back.
Yeah, really wide, 20-inch square wheels, and then Michelin Sport Cup 2s.
Those highlighter calipers like that, definitely.
Yeah, it's aftermarket. It's a Brembo big brake kit.
Brembo
so
big
stock.
brake kit?
Yeah.
Say that 9 times fast. Brembo big brake kit. So as you can see along the side of the car, we got more of the carbon fiber. What I like about the wide body here is this does remind me of the new Z06 and ZR1. It just gives it so much better of a stance, having that fat ass on the back. This all ties together really well. They did such a good job with the lines on this car, even the stock ones, but then the way he did his body kit, it just accentuates the lines really tastefully. Sometimes when you see the wide body kits, it almost just looks overdone, but this looks almost OEM. He did a good job. You can see how fat those rear fender flares are that come out. You'll see here in the back, we've got the glass showing the engine there. I think that's a must-have option. Damn, that looks nice. So there's the target top, which is a lot of the Corvette. All of them. Yeah, they all do that. Unless they're the convertible, obviously. That's big enough. You could probably throw some golf clubs back in there.
Golf clubs fit.
They do. It's been tested. Ask the man himself. That's sweet how they match the cover there with the paint.
Supercharger top is matched to the paint.
Yeah.
And the headers, you can see the headers all heat wrapped.
Yeah, that looks awesome. We just trained legs before filming this. Here we go, first floor. You can see the carbon fiber all throughout here. Quad exhaust. What kind of exhaust they put on here?
MagnaFlow.
Yeah, that's why it sounds so good. That's what I have on my truck. Love all of the way that the carbon fiber comes together there. The wing, it's done right. It's not over the top. Yeah, that duckbill does look good. So here's the question for the owner. How do you get in it? Do you just sit this way and swing your legs over? Do you go one leg first?
Just jump in.
So you go one leg in. Here. So what I love about the C8 cockpit is it looks like a fighter jet cockpit. Everything's angled towards you. And then you have all your buttons here on this slant. I like the yellow stitching. I think you have yellow seat belts. Yeah, that looks really nice. This seat's comfortable.
It's not bad.
Actually fit in it pretty well. I feel like if this roof here though, I'm gonna be pretty close. Ooh, we're gonna be snug in here, boys. We're gonna be real snug. Carbon fiber inlays here, all throughout, all the details. I really don't see anything here that I'd be like, I don't like that or I'd wanna change. This looks really sharp. I think I like this car more than Jackson does. I know I like this car more than Jackson does. I love this car. I can't wait to get out there and rip this thing around. Let's get it outside.
My name is Jacob McLaughlin, and I'm the founder of New to Medical Device Sales. Medical device sales is the selling of medical equipment to hospitals, surgeons. They're actually in the surgeries, and the average rep's going to make around $177,000. And what we've been able to do is help people break in about 8 weeks at around $100,000 starting out in the industry. It usually is 5 to 7 interviews, 6 to 12 weeks long in the interview process, and they go up against thousands of people. But that's because you are going to be working with some of the smartest human beings, such as surgeons. You're going to make over 6 figures. You get your car paid for, all your gas paid for, and all your travel paid for. We've been able to help over 2,000 people do this in the last 2 years. Not only do we help people break in to make a difference and change other people's lives, they also get to change their lives. If you're interested in helping people and you're interested in financially becoming free, we can definitely help you. And I think you should check out New to Medical Device Sales, our podcast, while you can also click the link where you guys can learn more about what we do at New to Medical Device Sales. I absolutely love Brenton. I thank him so much for what he's doing for all of you. And I hope you guys keep enjoying the episode.
There's not much better. There's not much better than this. From the first day he pulled up with this car, I've been wanting to drive it. And he was gonna let me drive it that first day, but there was something going on with the seat and it wouldn't go back far enough and I couldn't fit in here. So this is my first time driving this car. So right here in the middle dash, you'll see that you just pull to put it in drive. It's that simple, lights up. I like those switches. They almost look like something in a fighter jet or something like that. So that's ready to roll. I'm in track mode. You got that camera nice and tight because we're gonna rip. 3, 2, 1, we go. Here's the inside view of throwing the ass around. So this car absolutely rips and it's effortless. Wow, is this put together well. This is so much fun. Does not disappoint whatsoever. I know I love this car more than he does. I'm always gonna drive it aggressively like this, but it doesn't have to be. If you look right here where it says mode and you twist this knob, you can actually go into tamer modes. So when I twist this, you'll see on the screen here, this is actually a custom mode called My Modes. You could go in and set up all your settings, how you want your shifts, how you want your suspension. I don't know if this is valved anymore because with the custom exhaust, I have a feeling that those valves are always open. For example, like if you threw it in a touring or I guess maybe a weather mode, what the hell is weather mode on here? Is this a snowmobile? It should quiet everything so that way all your neighbors don't hate you when you start your car in the morning or come home late at night. We are on a taxiway. We're gonna let him turn around before we rip down at that helicopter. Casual, right? Normal day on the speedway at H5. A lot of people can be intimidated by driving a car like this, but when you have this in a normal mode, like it's very easy to drive, and especially since it's an automatic and even if you throw it into paddle shifters, it's really not gonna let you get in trouble. I actually like the gauges on Sport. It gives me my head-up display with gauges as well. It looks like, based on the colors here, because it kind of gives you, almost think of like playing the old Need for Speed or the Forza games, where it gives you, in your RPM meter, like the sweet spot of where you want to shift. That's actually how it's set up here on the gauges. So it looks like right between 6,000 to 6,500 is where those money shifts are gonna take place. That's gonna sound so good right there. My Z06 on the C7 was pretty similar. And when I be out on the freeway doing 60/1 something, and you get up into those RPMs and it hits that shift and you had the target top off, it was like music. Oh, was that amazing. So I love the power band in this. It's instant. Having the supercharger on here, getting that sound, getting that instant power, I don't know how anybody doesn't love this thing. It's comfortable. All these buttons through here. I'm gonna throw my ventilated seats on. We might as well. I'm gonna get yours on too for you, partner. All of this is just seamless and clean. I know it's gonna be user's choice. Some people don't like it. I love it. I think they did it right. Hold on to your butts. The shifts, the sounds are so crisp. It's so good. It's so much better than the C7 was. The C7, especially when I get in the paddles, which I'm gonna do right now, they were so delayed. I love the car. I loved the car. I love that it could still scare me, meaning it could get at 70 miles an hour and I get on it, the ass would go out on me. I loved that. I loved how much play I had in the rear tires. But the shifts on it with the paddles were so delayed. And these are just instant. I mean, instant. Oh, those burbles. I know you gotta love those burbles. I love the supercharger. That even at the low speeds, you still hear it. It makes driving even slow fun. Not as fun. Oh, this baby's sweet. So money. I'm gonna be laying in bed tonight, staring at the ceiling, thinking about this. Well, all I can say is this car is so much damn fun, dude. Incredible.
Not bad, eh?
I'm having fun doing this with you today. Thank you for letting us use your car. Now, I gotta ask, from an owner's standpoint, what do you like and what do you not like?
I like the cost of it compared to everything else.
That's fair.
Be around this. I don't know what I don't like about it. Could just be a little faster, I guess, compared to what I normally drive.
He does have another 1,000 horsepower McLaren. So that's what he's comparing it to, because this thing is plenty fast.
It's very fast.
Absolutely rips.
But it sounds great.
And the rear wheel drive, it gives you so much play throwing it
fun.
around. Man, I think it's packaged together really, really well.
Looks great.
So obviously I've not made any car videos in a long time. If you guys have any questions or certain things you want to see when we make videos like that, leave that in the comments below. This car is actually for sale. So I'm gonna put Jackson's email down in the description below. We are located in Scottsdale, Arizona. Like what you said, man, for the money, I don't think you can beat it. Like, you know, the Hellcats and stuff are a pretty crazy experience, but this is more like an exotic experience.
Way
still.
more.
Yeah.
Drives better.
But don't get me wrong, I love the muscle cars too. This somehow turned into a Mopar hanger. Mitch went crazy and bought a bunch of Mopar Hellcats, so we are gonna have Hellcats going, and they're sick. They're so sick. The power that they can put down, but they're just completely different experiences. This is gonna be far superior on a track, but still, the way you can throw the rear end around, it's kind of like a muscle car. You get the best of both worlds. I think you guys can tell I like it, so you better email him fast, because I'm gonna work out some kind of a deal. Either that or I'm just gonna kidnap him. So one of the two, we'll figure it out. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching the Lifted Motors video.
Bitcoin and other cryptos are similar to physical or to gold and silver because they're an alternative to the dollar.
Correct.
Right. So when they first introduced cryptocurrency to us, they kind of introduced it in a way as replacing money, or this could be our new money, or at least that's the vibe that I got from it.
Or even the fact that you can store a Bitcoin on a cold storage, on a hard drive or something is also kind of unique too. That's similar to gold. Like you have something that you could actually almost, it's still not tangible. It's still digital on the hard drive itself. It's such a weird concept because
it's a weird middle ground.
Yeah.
What I tell people is not Bitcoin versus gold, it's Bitcoin and gold.
Yeah, I agree.
And they actually should be used for two different things.
I agree.
So you